A song of love and happiness. We're gonna sing a song of happiness.
It's a hard road to travel. No one said it would be easy. It's a hard road to travel. It doesn't bother me. Crazy horses, the spirit of the free, the spirit of the free. Well, the stars keep twinkling, the moon's traversing the sky. Looks of mercy, look around, wonder why. But I'm still riding this branch, fixing up fences, till the twisted barbed wire's running through my veins. Cowboy, it's time to change. Riding for freedom, riding the railroad, ride like Bob Dylan, I'm gonna ride across the county line. Riding the movies, riding the peyote, I ride like Johnny Cash, I'm a riding down the old Indian Club. In the morning and it's back out on the street again. You know the sun's already up, it's out like a madman wielding a gun. And it's a hard road to travel. No one said it would be easy. It's a hard road to travel. It doesn't bother me. The spirit of the free, Prabhupada set us free.
Thank you. Have a look here. This is a very simple thing, a traveling temple. So we got all the necessary deity forms of the Lord. Here's our 8-bit cow, and here's Srila Prabhupada. So you can take this wherever you want, and you can offer your food to your bead bag. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutadaya. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
Namo Brahmanya, what's it? No, I forgot the grammar. But anyway, the basic idea is you can even offer your food to your bead bag, and it'll become prasadam.
Yeah, and your coffee as well.
Okay, so we're going to go into Plymouth, and we're going to tell people about chanting Hare Krishna.
It's Exeter, actually.
We're going to Exeter. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everyone. The train has been diverted to Exeter. We're going to do some bhajans, some chanting. We're going to distribute some of Srila Prabhupada's books. And we're going to tell people the subject matter. The theme for the festival is, why do we chant Hare Krishna on the streets? What is the chanting all about? Very simple, direct explanation of what the chanting is all about. Keeping it simple, keeping it direct. See you there. Hare Krishna. Thank you, my darling. Where to next? You have to lead the way for us. Over the bridge. Over the bridge where the gremlins live. Hello. How are you doing, Prabhu?
Cool.
Hare Krishna. Nice to see the devotees.
Turn it off.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, mate.
How very do.
This place is really beautiful. We're in the Cotswolds now, in a place known as Stroud. Merry Christmas.
They're like after 11:30, but then he had a cup of tea and he likes to talk, Mr. Josie, you know, so
Yeah.
such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I had a realization that he's actually not a Hindu. He's a Vaishnava. You know, he's a real. He really understands the cause. You know.
Ta-da! This is the HK Fest luxury kitchen. Look at that. Jai! Look at this amazing kitchen, Prabhus. I want to introduce you to this feast of devotional ecstasies. Here is Tulsi Maharani in Raghunath Prabhu's kitchen. The most amazing place I know of. Look at this kitchen.
Never mind. Hey,
Look at Tulsi.
Tulsi and the daisies.
In the kitchen. Look at that, everyone. That's amazing. Look at that. Jai.
You'll always find me in the kitchen at parties.
Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyai Kesavashaja Vishnupati Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Jai Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. And here we have their most beautiful Lordship Sri Sri Gauranitai. So here we have the opportunity to introduce you to Gauranga, Gauranitai. These two transcendental characters, incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared 520 odd years ago and inaugurated the Sankirtan movement, this movement to chant the names of Krishna, like this: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranitai, Nityananda,
Well, actually, you know, to be honest,
and Lord
I'd
Chaitanya.
rather be more crime, but I've done it now. Do you want to help?
Jai Mother Vrinda Ki Jai and Tribhuvanath Prabhu.
Alright, let's just do what you've got to do.
Jai everybody. Yes,
Be
Rupa.
careful what you say though, because
Horns on the loose.
Vijaypati's got his recording the evidence.
Hare Krishna, bowls of ecstasy, look at that. Thank you, Raghunath Prabhu. Your cooking is always exquisite. Look at that. Bread, sticks.
Sausages.
Thank you very much for letting us come here, man. All glories to Tribhuvanath
Thank
Prabhu.
you for blessing my house with your transcendental presence.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, definitely.
Spiritual philosophy, and one of the main schools is called Mayavadi, or impersonal philosophy, which has the idea that everything is one, that we're all one ultimately when we get free from material designation, that we kind of merge into a oneness or a void, like the Buddhists emphasize this voidism, like losing our individuality and merging in a light or something like that. That's one idea from the East. But Krishna consciousness is, I don't know if you remember a group called Kula Shekhar. They sang about this point. They called it Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. And that means that the individual souls, we are all eternally individuals. The body changes, even in this life. We see we had a child's body, the body's changed into middle age, old age. Body's always changing, but we're still the same person within. So that sense of self, individuality, that is beyond the body, beyond matter. So our individual existence as spiritual beings is eternal. We become free from the material, what we call Maya, or illusion. We don't lose our individuality. That's the teachings of Krishna. But we develop our individuality onto a higher spiritual dimension. So personality comes from the soul. And we're trying to reflect that or manifest that personality through matter, through the material body and the material world. But unfortunately there's a incompatibility between the spiritual being and dead matter. It's a bit like trying to dance in a straitjacket. So the soul we're very restricted by these bodies and the material situation. So Krishna consciousness means getting beyond this bodily, mental, intellectual platform to the spiritual platform of the individual soul in relationship with the Supreme Soul. It means the eternal, Sanatan. Dharma means the function or the quality of an object, like a light. A fire is hot, chilies are hot, sugar is sweet. So the soul also, the living being also has a quality that can't be separated from the individual being, living being. And that quality or activity is also Sanatan, eternal, the inherent quality of the living being. And that inherent quality is manifest in terms of service. Actually, we're all servants. Now, in this world, we don't like to be servants because this world is based on exploitation. So when we go, "Oh, I'm a servant," it's like, "Oh, I don't like that," because we're used to all the other people in the material world are trying to be the masters and trying to exploit us, but in the spiritual realm is based on dedication, not exploitation. So actually, that is the soul is eternally a servant or a lover of the Supreme Soul. That's called Sanatana Dharma. Very many things we can go on about, but there's some books here by Srila Prabhupada, and if you can try to take a book home with you, small ones are not very expensive, but full of wonderful wisdom. So we'll just do a bit more music now.
Hare
Krishna Krishna